But what we're seeing,
yes,
all are now owned by individuals.
Which
all
ones are still forest and which ones are
Which way? That's what I wanted to find out. The clarification.
yes.
Yes. The area mark. The area mark. Just stay there. Just stay there.
Yes.
Then, are you saying that the entire area?
but at least now building is part of this. Because there was no road. That road was
This area. That portion. Exactly. But now here is what you can see the eyes. Do the development.
So you can see where we are is clearly farmland from that image. And you can see the pelican, what you're referring to as the pelican, which is just across there. You can see it now.
But you can see it's developed.
It's seriously.
This area, and there's a bigger portion actually about 30.8.
Equally
Partially developed.
Where's Nyakinywa?
Nyakinywa is this.
This big portion.
No, this one.
Pelican is almost developed. Pelican. No, we have the
We had also done
Here today, here in Kiambu forest, on the alleged murder of an environmentalist by the name Joanna Stutchbury. She was killed in the process where she has been defending the grabbing of Kiambu forest for many years. And as a committee, you know, our mandate is to just to investigate and inquire, because we are here because there is a petition before this committee in the House. And that's why today this committee, the Standing Committee of the National Security, Defense and Foreign Relations, we are here to, on a facts finding, to find out what would have motivated the killing of this innocent human being. Was it the grabbing of the land? What was it? And our mandate is to do just that: investigate, inquire, and make a strong recommendation for the government to take action. And what we found out is that this area where we are standing is still gazetted as Kiambu forest. That's what we have really come to understand. And as I said earlier, our mandate is to just do what? Investigate, inquire, be able to bring to the House of Senate. And we will move with the speed, Bwana County Commissioner. We really want to move with a lot of speed. And before the end of this year, there will be a report. Before the Senate goes for recess, the long recess, we must have a report in the House. And therefore, I really wanted to thank the Minister of Environment and Forestry, all the agencies that have come before us. And I want to assure the residents who are here now that you'll have an opportunity to come before this committee. You must be heard. And that's the law that we are sure to protect. So even as you see us going all round, trying to find what is happening in the forest, do not think that the Senate will exclude you out. All those information that you may have, today is not the day. You'll come with all your evidences, we will put them, and then any other relevant information that we may get from Kenyans. And that will enable this committee to write a report.
And talks about the grabbing of Kiambu forest. So in fact, the petition before the committee, which brought us here, is how Kiambu forest has been managed, how it has been grabbed, and that's why we're here. The investigation about the murder is being done by the police. So ours is actually to look at the circumstances surrounding, and more so, that's why the whole forest department is here. Because where is the forest, what happened to it, and if the environmentalist was actually murdered because of that, I think ours is that the murder will be a police case, but we look at the circumstances around it, and it's an opportunity now for us to look at what happened to Kiambu forest, because the whole of it we see is now built up, and yet we are told it has been gazetted as the forest.
My mind, when I got here, I thought I was getting into a forest. Now I've gotten into people's homes. I must establish how we ended up building such magnificent homes in an area that is supposedly a forest. So until all this material is brought before us, until the evidence that we have is tested, and until all the parties that are interested in this matter have appeared before this committee, it will not be correct, it will be premature to mention or to pronounce ourselves on the outcome of this matter. But what I want to assure you, because we are elected people, we feel you because you are our employers who want to assure you that the Constitution and the enabling statutes that govern operations and the conduct or the manner in which people must acquire property in a manner in which we must defend property that is legally acquired won't be put in place and in the right context to ensure that the Kenyan people and the people that are concerned get justice. To ensure as well that, the aspect of climate change is a serious problem, and many factors are attributed to the adverse effects of climate change, including deforestation and others. So all these things, we will have to look at them and see how we can best secure our future as citizens, the future for the citizens of this country, and bearing in mind that the law must apply equally and to everyone.
I want to assure the residents, Kenya is not a banana republic. Kenya has a constitution. Kenya is governed by constitution. And therefore, anything that will follow from that, we are your servants. We are here as your servants. As a committee, we will do our due diligence. And that's why we are here. We will want you to cooperate with us. So especially when we invite you to come and appear before the committee, there should not be a delay or any other things. Just come. You are not in the court of law. We just want you to come with your evidences, appear before the committee. We will do a report.
So that this mystery can be unearthed, because it's really disturbing the residents of this area. Because they are comfortably in their houses, they have title deeds, they have paid their stamp duty. Then all of a sudden they have been declared to be in a forest. Because somebody somewhere did not do his duty. When gazetting this forest, he did not follow the proper procedures and he skipped some steps. And that is why now the residents are very, very worried people, because they can see that they are going to lose property. This is not the first time this is happening in Kiambu. We have the same thing happening in Kamete Anma. It has gone through the National Land Commission, it has gone through the Parliamentary Lands Committee, and conclusions have been made. But the Kenya Forest Service has very little respect for the decisions of National Land Commission and the decisions of Kenya National Assembly. And they have gone to court to challenge the rulings that were made by National Land Commission and the rulings that were made by the Committee on Lands from the Kenya National Assembly. So I would like to assure the residents that maybe something was not done along the line. Maybe all the rules were not followed. But these are like second or third owners of the properties that they are sitting on. And when they were transferring, they followed all the legal procedures. They did their search, the green cards are there, and everything is there. So I would like to urge this committee to approach this issue with a lot of caution and consideration for the people who are living here, because they are likely to lose a lot of their investments.
The reason why we are here, because the petition is before us, and that petition we need to investigate the circumstances leading to the alleged murder of one called Joanna Stutchbury and other environmentalists due to the grab land, because he was a champion who was protecting this forest, the Kiambu forest. And she ended up losing her life. So that petition came before us, and so today this team will be able to see who is in this forest. The Cabinet Secretary of Environment, it is clear evidence that a big piece of junk of land has been grabbed. And some of them are staying there illegally, whether it is in court or not. One of our mandates today will be also to see those places that people have grabbed irregularly and be able to ask the National Land Commission to put a caveat on those lands until, that will be our recommendation, until we find a solution for it.
This lady's life would not have been lost if there was security, our system and the executive did what they were supposed to have done ordinarily to protect the forest, and because of that failure, then ordinary Kenyans have decided to do it by themselves. Just having listened to you, I am inclined to start thinking now that this problem may require more of a political solution than a legal issue. It will be more political because if at all what you've seen, because I don't have the background, I have no history about it. If it is true that this land was allocated by former President Moi to individuals, and those individuals decided to sell, and a legal government that was in place decided to issue titles on land, that was an admission that the land either was available for allocation, and for that matter, those people that we call innocent buyers for value cannot really be left to suffer, because before they bought them, I am sure they present themselves at the land registry, did a search, and found that the land was clean. So the history that we must establish is whether at the time of allocation of that particular piece of land from the beginning, whether this land was available for excision or whether this land was not available. Whatever case, because I believe in support of the environment, we have to, Chairman, look at how we also not condemn these innocent buyers for value, because Article 40 of the Constitution of Kenya talks about protection of rights to property. And you cannot deprive anybody of his right to property without compensation. So if the titles were given by valid government, if there was fraud in the manner in which the land was given, of course they cannot be beneficiaries of a fraudulent exercise. And that is why I'm saying we will have to balance. That has to be balanced by government and those people that are in authority, and pick the bull by the horns, because I don't know where we are going. I don't know what is there. If people have built houses, estates, you can imagine the level of investment into this and the people that are likely to suffer. So we will have to address the matter with a very broad mind, very objectively, and if people are caught in the whole system with the assistance of people in government, probably it will be a very painful thing to take as taxpayers in this country.
Today, the world in Glasgow talking about climate change. And we see what we are going through in this country because of climate change. I think we need to be serious. We as the Senate, I think, the little we can do in terms of listening to petition, investigating. This will be reported again back to government for, the executive for implementation. Whether that happens or not is another story. We are very busy with a lot of side shows, a lot of unnecessary things. I think too much politics and this. I think our very livelihood is in danger. So we are here to look at this fact-finding mission. We have seen the response from the cabinet secretary. The forest department has been complaining from 2009. I think as far as 2009, I don't know, before that time, talking about this, all this, you see, the correspondence are here. But here we are today in the 2021 November. He's still complaining. We'll keep complaining. And the things will continue getting out of hand. So our forest, Kiambu forest, and other forests must be protected. Those who are illegal there must be told to vacate. I think sometimes we sanitize things, very casually. So whether government can actually maybe compensate the guys who, I don't know whether they can compensate, but the thing is, first of all, deal with the issues and shame, the people who have done that. A lot of reports are there, doing reports. I think a lot of things about this have been talked about. So ours is just, as a nation, collect information, put them in the shelves, and that's how it is. But you're here today. Let's see what we can do together. I think tomorrow other guys are here. Today you are here. For the time being, what can we do? What can we do to save our environment, our nation?